What's up? Stan here, back with another reaction slash analyzation slash anything you want to call it. Today we're watching Dropical versus Exalos and me versus Derrick. So I'm not gonna waste too much time actually, because I always say this and I always waste lots of time. Before we come to mine battle though, because I'm gonna watch Dropical versus Exalos first, I will say what my thoughts were, what was going on in my mind and all that. But first we get to Exalos versus Dropical. So without wasting any time, let's go straight into it now.
Dropical, s'il vous plaît, ça fait 3!
Something in those lines, I think. Exallos also going like this. And what's actually very cool is that they both have sunglasses. I find that pretty cool actually.
I know what you think. Oh shit.
Man, what Dropical does is so crazy. Unfortunately, some parts he like slipped up, and because of it, I feel like it didn't hit. You know, let alone the fact that it's like not the loudest, which again is it's not like the most important thing. But if it was, I think if he didn't have the slips, he would have slapped. He's like also like the type of beatboxer who has like a lot of complexity in his beatbox, you know. And if you have complexity and slip up, which I feel I also experience myself, oftentimes, not even in Florida, in other battles I feel, then you can, yeah, people won't connect to it because of the slip-ups. It has to be flawless, and yeah, that's what I feel about, how I feel about it. But I think I know this round from online, especially like the oh shit part. Big up to Dropical.
Switch! Let's go with a classic. Borderline. Daydream and scream, I'm sure falling time. I need you to cling to the borderline. Daydream and I'm sure falling time. Falling time.
Crazy that he managed to get this on a mic. I was not sure if he would have been able to, but there we have it.
Order, 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 order.
was Exalos' first and only round. In the battle, I mean. But yeah, what do I have to say about this? This round specific is like, I think, my favorite round of his. And also one more thing to notice, it's an interesting thing. It's crazy how well the microphones, the ones we were using, pick up the sound, I feel. And you're probably gonna think like, duh, it's a microphone, what do you think, what do you mean? What do I mean by that is like, when I heard this live, I didn't hear like how like the singing and certain notes were off pitch, or at least it didn't felt like it, you know, and now I can hear it more clearly. And also I feel like people connected way more than it looks like on video, I feel. I mean, I at least did, I remember. Interesting. For me, Exalos took this one.
Bruit pour Dropical et Exalos, s'il vous plaît. On va passer directement au vote. Les mains en l'air, s'il vous plaît. Ça fait 3.
They were not sure which side who was who.
Et ça fait 3. Exalos.
4-1. Crazy battle. GG to both.
3, 2 points pour Exalos, 1 point pour Exalos. Et malheureusement...
Okay, so that makes Exalos with 1 point, Pacmax with 2, Blackroll also with 1. I had 0 at this moment. I think that's it, no? I'm probably missing someone. I don't know. Let's get straight to the next one. Okay, for this one, I will first dive into my thought process and what was going on into my mind before we react to this one. So here I lost my first battle against Epos, as you may already have seen. And my next opponent was Derrick from the United States. Now, how did I feel about this one? Back to the thing I was saying basically was like, I had like 2 routines prepped for this, and one of them was Get It, and the other one was a new one. And I told you like in the previous video that I decided to like stick with my plan and just do the new one. But last moment I changed my mind and decided to not to, right? So it's not a new round. You maybe heard this one already. And I'm glad I actually changed my mind. Yeah, not gonna spoil too much of it. Let's get straight into it.
C'est parti. Derrick qui va...
And one more thing maybe to mention, I was kind of happy it was Derrick, you know, because I was hoping like it was not Blackroll or Pacmax, because from both of them I had like the most fear, I would say. Yeah, because otherwise I probably would have used like my most A game, because if I don't win this one, I'm completely out. Anyway. From me. If you know, you know. I wonder, what did I check at my phone? I completely forgot. I don't remember.
This guy came all the way to lose.
You know what's funny? He mentioned this guy came all the way to Toulouse, but what was going into my mind was like Toulouse is also like a city in France. Yeah, I was thinking of should I throw like a joke into it, but because I was like so stressed and full of shit in my pants for not losing this battle again, I didn't. I'm not gonna spoil. I'm not gonna spoil. Maybe I did.
What?
Switch.
Okay, man, Derrick is such a... I really enjoy what he's doing, you know? Just basics, but very strong basics, you know. The way he sounded was very nice. Like, I remember again, wow, you can even tell if you go back and look at Maxo, his reaction to when he did like the first lip roll, you can already tell like Maxo was in it, you know. Again, like his basics, including his like lip roll and like everything, it just came so well through the mic, very well. Yeah, big up to Derrick. I really enjoy like the fact that people like can do so much with just basics is for me like, oh man, yeah, I'm really into the basics, as you also can tell, or maybe not. Can you tell? Let me know.
Fair enough.
That was the worst counter ever, by the way. Just some. Seeing Alexinho in the background. Because honestly, the thing is, the reason why I think he likes it is because he also does it. And yes, I took inspiration from that technique from Alexinho, in case you wonder. And also one more thing, the reason how you can tell someone is shitting their pants or has pure nasty wet shit in between there is that you can hear it in the voice, you know. You can tell my voice is very shaky. I'll speak about myself in this instance. Yeah, you can tell my voice is very shaky and yeah, basically pure shit in my pants.
Radio knife. You don't get to choose your life. You don't get to choose your... You don't get...
That was I remember this moment on stage. I was like, oh no, I'm not gonna, please don't fuck it up, don't fuck it up. And honestly, it felt as if I fucked it up live. But looking at it back now, I'm like, okay, it's actually like you could hear like the K was like kind of weird, but I'll take it.
To choose. You don't get to choose.
Man, that's so funny. And I'll tell you what I mean, what's so funny. Like, the fact that I like put like my soul into those dry kicks is like crazy. You can tell me. Yeah, okay. I really went for it with the dry kicks. Time. Okay, what do I think about this battle? Yeah, I was actually not sure if I won this one or not. Derrick was pretty solid, and my execution on this one was also not the greatest. Yeah, it was just not the greatest. I was like hoping, I was praying, honestly. I could have even like, because at this point, I feel like I took a kind of, it was a gamble for me, you know? It was either like take a new risky round I've never done with the hopes that it would slap, because I think the new risky one, if I performed it well, it's better than this round, or take another round where I feel more safe with. And I actually don't know how much difference there is in between both, you know? Maybe like at the end of the videos, I'll like show like all of my rounds I had planned and for who and what exactly was my battle strategy. But yeah, for here, I was like, because this round could have been very good if I performed it well, and I just didn't again. As you can tell, like the shit was just moisty, wet and dark. And yeah, that's how I felt about it. And maybe one more thing, but that I'll tell after the results. Let's go. After the results, I'll tell what it is.
Okay. And
4-1, okay, understandable, you know? I didn't execute in the most proper way ever, especially on video. On video, I feel like live, yeah, that's like also like a thing, like I feel like live, I felt a bit better. I don't know, in case you wonder, I was very happy, didn't thought too much of it. So for now, the plan worked. Anyways, back to the thing I wanted to say. I kind of forgot. Before actually even the whole battle started, something that I forgot to mention was that the day before, I don't know because of what reason that happened, but for some reason I like injured my my back. And it's crazy because Blackroll, he told me like, yeah, I also injured my back, but today is okay. And the moment he told me that, like literally like a couple of hours later, my back started hurting. And I was like, wow. To give you like perspective or insight on how intense the pain was, it was a good 7.7 out of a 10. You know, it was like pretty, like every time I did like an inward sound that like would put pressure on my, yeah, because when you do you put pressure here, but it goes in your back. You do this, you know. The pain was like pretty intense. And luckily, there was like a dude who had like painkillers. And here, you know, like to bring it back to the battle, the painkiller kind of kicked in, but it was like still like, I don't know, maybe like a 5 out of 10. You know, I still was like low-key in pain. Not to mention this as an excuse or whatever, but yeah, it was the case. I actually completely forgot about this. And I'm so happy someone gave me a painkiller. It made everything different. But yeah, anyway, back to the reaction, back to the video, back to the battle. What do I have to say more about this? Yeah, actually, I'm happy that I won this one. Suddenly, like after winning this battle, surprisingly enough, it's actually not so surprisingly, it just makes sense. I instantly felt better. I had a bit of relief. I was still kind of stressed though with my next opponent because now I have 1 point. And that means that I still have to win one more in order to pass to the semis. And yeah, I was just hoping it's not Blackroll because I know Pac-Max already passed and Blackroll also needed one more matchup. And if it was Blackroll, I probably would have to give my best routine, and I would have done that. I still would have not been sure if I would have been passed because it's Blackroll. Anyway, that was how I felt about it. This is the result. GG to Derrick. Derrick, I think with time, once he like, you know, develops his style even more, I think he'll be like a serious force to be reckoned with for sure. No doubts about that. Yeah, Derrick, love you, bro. Anyway, catch you in the next one. See you. Bye.